What is going on, guys? We are working on the Jeep. You can see we have got the driver's side door off of here. This one actually had some play in the hinges. So I'll throw a link up to that from the video I did when we bought this thing. You can just see that door just kind of rocked up and down. So kind of my initial thoughts were these hinges have some bushings in them. They wear out. That happens, so I figured we'd replace the bushings. Initially I was going to try to 3D print some in polycarbonate, see if those would hold up. But now that I've got this door off, we have got a different problem. So let me show you what we're dealing with. So the bushings are definitely worn out, no doubt about that. But we have got some other problems going on. If we look at these back hinges, see there is actually a screw that screws onto that hinge pin. That's what this guy is. What I figured out was once I went to take the front one off, there was only one of these on the bottom hinge. And here is why. So see our bottom one, we've got our threads. If we come up here and look at our top hinge, it is actually broken off. So combination of age, somebody over tightening that, whatever it was, broke that off. So now we need to replace the bushings, but I also need to replace this hinge pin, which a lot of times is easier said than done. So this hinge, or this pin, just drops in from the top. So in theory, you can just tap it back out. However, the age, the rust, the corrosion, these oftentimes do not want to come out. So first thing we need to do is get something up under here, because we're going to be trying to tap this with a hammer so we don't damage our door or the paint. So we're going to get this positioned down, and so we once again don't damage our door. And we're going to try to basically just try to tap this thing out of the top. Once again, these things are usually stuck, but let's find out. Yeah, that thing's not budging. So as you can see, it's actually just started to shift this entire hinge. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing off and take it over to the bench. Okay, we got the hinge off. We've got it over here on the bench. It's a perfect time to show you how today's sponsor can help in this situation. So a company called Casmio reached out to me, asked if I'd be interested in getting one of these. I said absolutely. This is something I've used in my professional job all the time, and it'd be amazing to have one at home. So what we have is an induction heater. So these things are fantastic for anytime you've got a stuck bolt, something that's rusted in, you're dealing with exhaust, you're dealing with suspension on older vehicles. You work on stuff like I do, you see stuck bolts all the time. You know, I used to always just break out the torch. There's a lot of problems with that. It's not very fast. You've got an open flame, a lot of different problems with that. This is going to cure all of those. And I'm hoping what this will also do is help us get this pin out of this this hinge here. So it's super simple. I mean, it does plug into the wall. You've got a lot of different size adapters for depending on what you're trying to heat up. This one actually is probably the one we're going to use for this. It's about right to be able to heat that up. You simply pick which size you need. Put this in, and it's got some knobs that screw into the side that just hold whichever adapter you're going to use in place on each side. And we'll get this thing plugged in and see if we can get this pin out of here. Now when you plug this thing in, the fan automatically kicks on. Single button, you just press that, heat the thing up. Now you don't want to overheat, so I like to do 3 to 6 second bursts to try to get that thing heated up. See if we can get it out of there. So let's see how this thing works. You can already see some smoke coming off of it. Just gonna keep hitting it once again, 3 to 5 seconds at a time. And then we're gonna see if we can tap this thing out of here. Just trying to turn in our vise here. May have to readjust this thing. All right, we've got it readjusted in our vise, so we got a little better bite. We'll go ahead and give it a little more heat. Now let's see if this thing will come out of here. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Once we got that thing heated up, it basically fell out of there. Now, of course, you're all going to want to be careful. Give this thing a time to cool down before you start grabbing parts off of it. Also, eye protection, gloves are also a good idea. But I mean, once again, that thing just fell right out of there. That is awesome. Now, you're also going to want to watch out for any other components. So we were heating the pin, but that heat all transfers into the metal hinge. So just be careful when you're dealing with this stuff. So that's awesome. Now we can get our new pin installed. So that definitely beats the torch. This is actually pretty affordable. I will throw a link below. I mean, the thing goes for like 229 bucks. They have sales all the time. Currently it's under $200. 169 bucks I think is what it's going for now. That is worth every single penny. Alright, so we got our new pin. We're going to get this guy put back into the hinge. I also went ahead and got some new bushings for the hinges that are on the Jeep themselves. That should take the slop out of that door. I'm going to spray a little bit of oil down in this just to help that pin go in. And we'll probably put it in the vise to go ahead and get it tapped down in place. A little bit of hammering, that thing went in there. We did kind of mar up the top just a little bit, but not terrible. There's probably a tool for this. I just don't have it. Now over here on the hinge on the Jeep, these old bushings have a flange up top. I'm going to just try to knock that flange with the left of it up. So like that, then that'll allow us to get some penetrating oil sprayed down in there. So there's our bushings out of our hinges. The bushings I bought came with this tool, which came in handy. As you can see, that just taps down in there to tap the old one out. Now we're just gonna put these new ones in. There's lots of different versions of these. The ones I bought are actually a plastic material. A lot of the other ones you'll find are actually metal. I don't know if there's one's all that much better than the other. Try not to break these things getting them in will be the only thing. There we go. Okay, we're gonna try to get our hinge put back on here. There is some adjustment in that plate. Those bolts go through. I'm just gonna try to get it as close as I can, how it kind of looked. You can see where the paint was. And then we may have to do some adjustment once we get it on the Jeep itself. What I'm seeing is that the top of our door is too far forward. I can just, you don't want to close it. You want to just try to slam it as soon as you put this thing on. I'm just trying to see how it fits. Once again, it needs to come back a hair. So we'll see if we can loosen the hinge a little bit. Now it slid back. May have been too much. So I think we've slid just a touch too far back. Be a whole lot easier with two people. So I am pretty happy with that. Took away all of our slot before. When you'd open the door, it would kind of sag down. When you close it, it would have to pop up to hit the striker. Now it's pretty even. Doesn't want to come up or down when it opens and closes. I can feel the seals are touching slightly different, but you know, they got used to being in that saggy location, so probably will actually seal a little bit better now as well. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this one. Got those saggy doors, those doors that are hard to open. Pretty easy fix. Hopefully don't have to do the pin like I did. Hopefully you can just do those bushings. But if you do want one of those induction heating tools, I will throw that link below. That thing made this job so much easier. See you guys next time.